Welcome to Great Chefs of the World, a culinary survey featuring premier chefs from around the globe.
Monte Carlo is the destination for the appetizer. From the Hotel de Paris, Frank Cerruti presents a carefully constructed seafood sauté, which includes shrimp, squid, octopus, and clams. From southern Austria, the main course is prepared by Sissy Sonnleitner. It's roasted rabbit with an interesting side dish, potato pockets stuffed with fresh and dried tomato. Finally, dessert is served in London. Philip Howard of the restaurant The Square presents strawberry soup, which involves caramelizing strawberries, then serving with champagne and chantilly cream. You may not break the bank in the casino at Monte Carlo, but you can sure put a dent in your wallet at Louis XV, located next door in the fancy Hotel de Paris. Frank Cerruti is the chef de cuisine. He has cooked in southern France for better than 20 years and suggests an intimacy for seafood with this starter. The chef begins with clams, which go into a fairly hot pan with a little olive oil.
Mettez les palourdes. Un peu de vin blanc.
This is white wine.
Faites attention.
Cover and steam until the clams open. The other seafood includes shrimp, a piece of cuttlefish, which is a relative of the octopus, small squid, and octopus, which must be done the day before. It goes into boiling water, then it's simmered for 30 minutes, cooled, drained, cut into pieces, then marinated in garlic, rosemary, and olive oil. It will be cooked briefly in this presentation. The shrimp are now cooked in olive oil.
Les crevettes. Toujours salé.
The chef explains that after the clams are open, he will put the calamari or small squid in the same pan. A little more olive oil is added to the shrimp. After the clams have opened, the chef leaves 3 or 4 in their juice and removes the meat from the others. The clam juice is the key to the sauce.
Donc maintenant je mets
Now the small squid go into the same pan.
les petits supions avec les palourdes. Je recouvre. Le bout de sèche.
Then the triangle of cuttlefish goes into the shrimp
Je
pan.
laisse finir avec les gamberonis. Voilà. Voilà. Dès que les gamberonis sont cuits, vous préparez, voyez, un saladier.
Once the shrimp are cooked, they are removed to the edge of a large bowl of ice. It contains a small glass bowl, which will ultimately hold the rest of the seafood.
Sur le bord. Ça refroidit doucement.
The piece of cuttlefish goes into the glass bowl.
La sèche, vous pouvez la mettre.
Chicken stock is added to the squid, clams, and juice.
Voilà. Vous mettez les palourdes que vous avez décortiquées.
Then the clams that were removed from their shells and their juice are added.
Là, vous mettez le poulpe donc qui est déjà
Now
cuit,
the pre-cooked pieces of octopus along with olives from Nice.
qui est écrite, les olives de Nice, voilà,
Whole fresh almonds.
décortiquées.
The chef tastes the developing sauce and adds a little olive oil.
Donc après, vous goûtez le jus. Vous faites réduire, bien que le jus enrobe tous les coquillages. Mettez de l'huile d'olive extra vierge. Et voilà. Et vous débarrassez.
All remaining seafood and juice is put in the glass bowl.
Et surtout, vous mettez tout.
The chef explains that this is a good summer dish and that all the seafood should be cooled like this over ice, not in the refrigerator. He feels that the shellfish could pick up tastes from the other foods that are stored there.
Il passe pas au frigo. Parce que quand ça passe au réfrigérateur, les coquillages, c'est plus pareil, quoi. Donc vous assaisonnez au jus.
He seasons with lemon juice and dry red pepper flakes.
Là aussi généreux parce que bon, quand même qu'il y ait de l'acidité. Vous regoutez. Le piment d'Espelette moulu. En premier. De la lourde. Maintenant, je range les gamberoni avec les côtes de...
The dish is presented with romaine lettuce leaves cut in the shape of an arrowhead.
Voilà.
The chef adds olive oil to the
Vous montez un
sauce.
petit peu d'huile d'olive, comme ça. Vous goûtez. Là, il faut un peu ressaler.
The chef adds a small pinch of salt, but cautions that you don't need much because the clams have given up a good deal of seawater during cooking. More olive oil finishes the dish.
Un filet d'huile d'olive. Et c'est terminé. Finish.
Kellerwand is part of the Corinthian Alps. It's also the name of an inn located at Malten, at the foot of the mountains. An elegant place, it features the cooking of Sissy Sonnleitner, who didn't cook until she married. In 20 years, she has 3 Gomio Tokes and was Chef of the Year in 1990. Her entree is rabbit and potato pockets.
Wir beginnen jetzt mit dem Kartoffelteig für die Kartoffeltaschen. Wir haben dazu mehlig kochende Kartoffeln in der Schale gekocht, geschält, gepresst und auskühlen lassen. Wichtig ist es, dass man die
Chef Sunleitner
Kartoffeln
begins the
immer in
side
heißem
dish by
Zustand
preparing a
presst.
potato dough from boiled potatoes that have been riced while still warm, combined with potato starch and 2 egg yolks.
Da kommen jetzt 2 Dotter dazu.
Flour and nutmeg are added. The dough is kneaded. The dough is rolled and circles cut.
Knödel anlaufen.
The ravioli are filled with a combination of fresh tomato and dried tomato that has been sautéed and reduced.
Getrocknete Tomaten und ein bisschen Brösel zur Bindung dazu. Und werden wieder Tascheln gemacht. Beiwerk, es ist nie das Wesentliche.
The pockets are carefully sealed. They're boiled in salt water for 2 to 3 minutes. A lightly salted rabbit haunch is seared in a combination of butter, canola oil, and shallots.
Wir braten sie jetzt am Herd an, gleichmäßig und zart, und geben es dann ins Rohr bei 120 Grad. Da braucht es in etwa 15 bis 20 Minuten. Dann lässt man es noch ein bisschen rasten zur Entspannung.
After searing on both sides, the rabbit will be placed in a 250-degree oven for 15 to 20 minutes, after which it will rest.
Schnitt. Wir machen jetzt die Zwiebelsauce. Dafür lassen wir jetzt gehackte Zwiebeln.
An onion gravy begins with sautéed onions. A bechamel sauce begins by combining flour and butter to form a
Geben wir ein
roux.
bisschen Mehl und Butter in eine kleine Pfanne. Wir gießen das Mehl-Butter-Gemisch mit Milch und
Milk
Rahm
and
auf.
cream are added and the sauce set aside over heat to thicken.
Und lassen das kräftig durchkochen. Wir gießen die Zwiebeln mit
White wine is
Weißwein
added to the sautéed onions.
auf, lassen es ein bisschen verkochen. Wir geben ein bisschen
The bechamel is seasoned with salt, white pepper, and ground nutmeg.
und dann mischen wir diese beiden Soßen. So, das Kaninchen ist
The rabbit
fertig.
is removed and balsamic vinegar and stock added.
Wir
The
löschen mit
liquid
ein
is
bisschen
reduced.
Balsamico ab. Ein bisschen Kalbs- oder Kaninchenschö dazu und lassen das reduzieren.
Service begins with a garnish of fried tomatoes, the potato pockets, and the onion sauce. The potato pockets are topped with chopped olives in oil.
Und ein bisschen vom Schü.
Philip Howard got a degree in biochemistry from Kent University in England. It's not an heroic leap from there to cooking, which he began in 1989. In 1991, he joined the Square. Now head chef, the restaurant won a second Michelin star in 1998. His dessert is strawberry soup with champagne. The chef begins the strawberry syrup by combining fresh strawberries and powdered sugar, then covering with plastic wrap.
And then just set it over a bain-marie. Forget about it for, it can go on forever, to be honest with you. All that's going to happen is the sugar is going to pull out the moisture from the strawberries, sweeten it, and you end up with one I had earlier, which is a delicious strawberry syrup, which I'm sure I can demonstrate is a wonderful, delicious ruby red, fragrant syrup.
The chef now caramelizes some strawberries.
You need to start off with quite a nice hot pan, to which we're going to make a caramel, a very light caramel. We'll then put the strawberries onto that, toss them around so that they also release their juices. But again, this is a very quick process. You're trying to draw out some of the moisture from the strawberries and then reduce it quickly back onto them, so they end up rich, glazed, fragrant.
Granulated sugar is heated to the caramel stage. The chef is checking the progress of the strawberry syrup. This should be done at least 2 hours ahead, then refrigerated.
Taking it that far is absolutely fine. All the sugar will solidify immediately onto the strawberries, but it'll then loosen up again. Okay, just while that's happening, the final bit of the process is just to make a creme chantilly, which must be made by hand, which takes 150 milliliters of double cream. You want plenty of vanilla. final remaining tablespoon of sugar. Just to the point where it's nice and rich and thick, not stiff. Squeeze of lemon juice. There we have it. For the dish, whipped cream, strawberry compote. What you can see is just beginning to turn, just beginning to pull the juices out there. Some of the strawberries. And you can see the colour of the syrup. Finish this with a splash of champagne. A nice quenelle of cream over the top. Hot spoon. There is the strawberries of champagne and vanilla.